The force is strong with this episode. Today we are sharing all about Season the Force at Disneyland, so all you Jedis will want to tune in to this episode.
You're listening to Castle Talk Radio. We're live on the airwaves with Becca and Jessica. Now let's jump into this week's episode.
Becca, we lucked out, and the day before recording this Season of the Force foodie guide and more details came out. So we are able to cover it all. Season of the Force kicks off March 28th and goes until May 11th of 2025. And it is celebrated inside Disneyland Park. You also have Star Wars nights during that time, which is a separately ticketed After Dark event for the hardcore Star Wars fans. So why don't you lead us through what to expect during Season of the Force?
Definitely, but first, Jessica, I have to ask, where did Luke Skywalker get his biotechnic whatever hand?
Where did he get his biotech? I have no idea.
At the secondhand store.
At the secondhand store? I don't even get it. Oh no.
He lost his hand.
Oh yes, at the secondhand store. Okay, see? Guys, oh my gosh. I'm so bad.
Okay, well, you don't have to buy a new hand at the secondhand store if you want to save money to go to Season of the Force, because you can book through our partners at Getaway Today by visiting getawaytoday.com/CastleTalk or by calling 855-GETAWAY and telling them you want the Castle Talk Radio exclusive pricing, and that will save you money on your tickets to visit Season of the Force. Now, before we get into this, I have to put the disclaimer, Jessica and I have both said that we're kind of casual Star Wars fans. So yes, we may mispronounce things or we may get a little bit of the lore wrong. Please forgive us. We are not hardcore by any means. So let's go ahead and let's start out with just the guide to Season of the Force, Jessica, and talk about it. Like you said, it kicks off March 28th and it goes through May 11th. And the reason it goes through May 11th is because they have to cover May the 4th be with you and Revenge of the 5th. You know, you have to have those days. But there's a lot coming to it. So the first thing that Disney let people know is coming is there's going to be new and returning experiences. And then first new show that new thing they wanted to everyone to know about was Shadows of Memory, a Skywalker saga. And this is going to be a new production show in Batuu. And it's going to have all the projections over and near the Millennium Falcon. So those rocks, the Black Spire Outpost, all those rocks up there, they're going to put projections on that. Now, this is not to be confused with the fireworks viewing that they have there. This is something totally different. And it's going to have music and familiar themes of the Skywalker saga. So I don't think we're going to see like the oh my gosh, the term slipped. The Mandalorian. I don't think we're going to see the Mandalorian necessarily in this or some of those other stories, but we will see stuff from the Skywalkers. So another cool thing, I don't know, like this is controversial to me, I think, is that there's going to be a shadowy visitor appearing on Batuu for a limited time, wearing what seems to be Jedi robes. There are rumors it might be the legendary Luke Skywalker. So do you know why I think this is controversial?
No.
Batuu and the whole thing, Galaxy's Edge, is supposed to be set in a different timeline. And so I think this is Disney officially abandoning that. I mean, we've kind of already seen it with having the Mandalorian there and a few other of the characters they brought in. But I think this is them just saying, yeah, the timeline's gone in this land.
I think that's great.
I do too. I think that was a mistake that they made with Galaxy's Edge, was not having it be open timeline wise, because then you have the people that are old school fans that wanted that stuff. And so, yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, I would love to hear from some diehard Star Wars fans about what they feel about that, because that's always been a thing. But I think even when we were talking about the opening of Galaxy's Edge, and we were really active in some of those like fandoms and communities on like message boards and stuff like that. We were reading about like people were not happy about that tight grip that they had about the timeline. So I'm thinking that this is a good thing. I like that.
I do too. Okay, so this is something they started and it's still going to be happening during Season of the Force. And it kind of made me mad because it's something we had been doing for a long time is the fireworks viewing from there. It didn't used to have music, and then they're like, "Oh, we know how we can make this really cool. Is we'll have different music for the fireworks in Galaxy's Edge." And so now it's like it's a real fireworks show there with the music and everything. But I used to love it because there was nobody ever there watching fireworks, and now a lot of people go there to watch because it's a different experience. But Fire of the Rising Moons is what they call it, and it will still be happening any night that there are fireworks.
Yep.
And it includes some of the iconic Star Wars themes that were written by John Williams, who I think he just had a birthday and turned, I want to say 92. And this guy is still out there composing and leading music. And he's amazing. Sorry, I'm an orchestra geek. So I'm really into all that kind of stuff.
I mean, even as a non like Star Wars fan, that music is so iconic and it brings up so many emotions. So that stuff is amazing. And I could definitely appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Other things that happen regularly. We see Space Mountain transform into Hyperspace Mountain. And so it's the same track, but you have now Star Wars scenes that are projected and music and all of that kind of stuff. It's what they describe as fend off crossfire from swarms of Rebel X-Wing starfighters and Imperial TIE fighters amidst an intergalactic onslaught. So I know a lot of people prefer Hyperspace Mountain over regular Space Mountain. What do you prefer, Jessica?
Oh, I like both, but I think having Hyperspace Mountain during Season of the Force is like the perfect amount. It's a really fun version. I think it fits Space Mountain really well. My husband is definitely more of a Star Wars fan than I am. He's like a loyal, like grew up with it, but he likes original Space Mountain, even being a Star Wars fan.
Ooh,
So
interesting. Yeah. And it doesn't matter which version you get when you're at Disneyland, they're both better than the Walt Disney World version. So moving on. Also, Star Tours, the adventure continues. We'll still be going in Tomorrowland. Nothing's changing there, but it does have more than 250 storyline variations. Did you know it was that high? Isn't that crazy?
it's so crazy, but I love it because you go on and you're like, oh, I've never seen that part before. It's really fun.
Yeah. And then, of course, we also have the other two rides that you can do that are always available unless they're under maintenance. And that's Millennium Falcon, Smuggler's Run, which I found very interesting. I just have to point this out, is that on the Disney Parks blog, they did not put the full name. So I wonder if they're like getting rid of the Smuggler's Run part.
Interesting.
Because they're usually using full names. Because they did put Star Wars Rise of the Resistance.
Interesting.
They just did not put Smuggler's Run on Millennium Falcon. And then they have merchandise, of course, that is coming that they talked about. There's some new, this one's the one I'm the most excited about. You know those build your own headbands that they have right now where you buy like the headbands
Yes, those are
and then
cute.
the little plushies that attach to them. They are going to release Star Wars versions of the little plushies. And the one I'm most excited about, although I do think that the Darth Vader and the Stormtrooper one looks good. I am so excited for the Ewok.
They're very cute.
I love the
R2D2 one looks really cute as well.
Yeah, the Yoda one. I wish they'd done a Grogu baby Yoda one, but because I just think it's a little creepy looking, the older Yoda, but it's still cute. I mean, and then they've got some new collaborations they've done with Her Universe by Ashley Eckstein.
Always good. She always has great stuff.
So they have all that. And then, if I remember correctly, yes, there's a brand new storyline called Reclaimed and Reforged available at Savi's workshop. That's where you hand build your lightsaber. And so it's just going to be a new experience in
Yeah,
DC
that one
for you to
doesn't
get
come out till
yourself.
the 4th, though.
Yeah, that one begins May 4th. And then, of course, you could also build your own droid, which we've done. And then there's lots of food. And I am not the foodie. So I sent you the link so that
Yeah.
you could lead the food part.
Yeah, so one of the things they have returning is the Millennium Falcon lollipop, and it's so intricate and so cute. Um, but it just reminded me that that was the type of thing I wanted in Galaxy's Edge when it first opened. Like, I wanted novelty type of snacks and food things that you could just grab and go, but we never got those like really in Galaxy's Edge. But we will have that returning. Some super cute novelty things, and still like not for sale in Galaxy's Edge, because Galaxy's Edge, they still want it to be like really authentic and not like a souvenir-y type of place.
Yeah.
So some of the cute foodie stuff is like they have at in Tomorrowland, like at Galactic Grill, they'll have some like slushies with lightsaber type of straws. Those are really cute.
Yeah.
They've got your churros. They've got a sour blue raspberry churro, and they've got a red cinnamon churro. So you've got like basically a blue and red lightsaber churro, which is super cute. They also have a lot of things that they're going to be selling throughout the resort, especially when it comes to the novelties. And they did this last year as well. Super, super smart. So some of the things that are going to be really hot commodities are going to be
The Death Star bucket.
yeah, the Death Star bucket, and it looks so cool. It does light up, and they're going to have that for sale in the Grand Californian as well. So if you don't have a park ticket, you can go ahead and purchase that in there. They're going to be having things for sale at like the Craftsman Grill and at the cart in the lobby. So there's different things for sale at different places. And if you're getting like the popcorn bucket there, it's going to be filled with different things, like some cookies or something like that.
And you don't have to have the stuff put in the
Exactly.
bucket.
They're going to have it
Once you
separate for
get
you.
crumbs in there, you'll never get them out.
Exactly. So that
yeah.
one's going to be very, very cool. And they're also going, the Death Star bucket. That one looks amazing. They're going to have a coaxium sipper. I was showing my son and my husband these yesterday, and the things that I was really excited about and thought looked really cool. And my husband said, "You don't even know what coaxium is." And I said, "Yeah, it's the stuff that we get on the Millennium Falcon. It powers it or something."
It's the stuff we're smuggling.
I don't know. I just know
know
it from the ride, but apparently it's also something that other people know about if they've not been on the ride, that they're Star Wars fans.
Some of the other ones I'm excited for. I just want to touch on these ones because they are so detailed and realistic. You have the acid spitter orb sipper.
That one is so
beautiful.
Cool.
But then you also have, and I'm going to say it wrong, sorry, Tauntaun bucket. So that's the like snow beast that kind of looks like a T-Rex mixed with, I don't know, that they ride in one of the things, but it's going to be
really cool.
We have a Jawa sipper, which looks amazing. And then they have the salvaged clone trooper bucket.
That one is awesome.
Yeah. And they have a Loth Cat souvenir mug, which looks cool. I mean, so many cool novelty souvenir items that you can purchase that I felt like that overshadowed the food a lot.
Really, totally. Yeah. I was loving all of the novelty stuff more so than like most novelty items they put out for like anything.
Yeah.
These are just really cool.
They're really well done. Like even as casual Star Wars fans, we look at them and we're like, those are cool. But I did want to touch on a couple of the new food items as well that are more like substantial food, not just the treats. So Docking Bay 7 is going to have dewback chili noodles. So it's going to be a spiced fettuccine noodles with gingered ground pork and Brussels sprout leaves and shredded red cabbage. Um, and then they're gonna have fried chicken baos there as well. So baos, we just went to Din Tai Fung little bit ago, it's like several weeks ago, and so you had a lot of bao, right?
They're so
So
good.
yeah, so that's exciting. Now at Oga's Cantina, they've got some new drinks, but they have this one thing that I can't quite figure out. It's called Oga's Obsession. So it looks like a
Yes.
little petri dish.
Yeah. I've
And
had something like that before at
okay,
Oga's Cantina.
okay,
So, yeah, it looks like a little petri dish, and it's kind of, let me read the description. It
yeah.
says, Minute Maid lemonade, wild strawberry flavor, yogurt filled popping spheres, and strawberry and grape candy pebbles with a bursting dried fruit mixture. So now you know what it is. No, but it's kind of like Jello,
Okay.
and then it has like
With
kind of
Pop
like
Rocks
pop
and
rocks and like
mm,
it was good.
boba and stuff in it. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
good.
It just looked interesting to
It
me.
does look interesting.
And then at Ronto Roasters, they're getting this fried, I'm gonna butcher this name, Bolumpasset cheese skewer with crispy potato and mustard cheese dipping sauce. It almost looks like, and it's on a stick,
Yeah.
so kind of like corn dog style, but it's got these chunks of potatoes, and it looks interesting.
And it
And
looks good.
yeah, and then they've got these loaded outpost fries that are going to be at Galactic Grill. So this is crinkle cut fries topped with onion rings. So you're getting both if you like both. And it has
Any
barb.
loaded fries, sign me up. Like at Disneyland, any loaded fries, I will order them. They're always good.
Oh yeah. So it's topped with barbecue pulled pork, cheddar, and Monterey Jack blend, pickled red onions, roasted corn, sour dream drizzle, and green onions. And they're also getting it. I get so confused. A galactic Hi gyro. I don't know what way
No.
they want it said because I think Star Wars it would be like gyro, like generator, like burger. And it's Angus beef and vegetable patty. It's got some cheese, feta tzatziki sauce. I don't know, but it looks interesting. But the other thing that I saw looks like the messiest pretzel I have ever seen. Did you see that one?
Where is that one?
It is, so on the guide, it's under the churros, and it's near Star Tours. It's a peck
Oh,
pretzel, and it
it
is like it has cream cheese filled pretzel and taro. So if you don't know what taro is, you probably haven't been to Hawaii for that. That's that root,
Haro sweetened condensed milk.
yeah. And with chocolate cream cookie crumbles. So it's like this purple oozy stuff all over it because that's the taro sweetened condensed milk. And then like Oreos on top. So it's interesting. It just looks very messy. Very
Very
messy.
messy.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
lots of things to eat, lots of cutesy things, lots of picture worthy things, and then some substantial things that you can actually eat that are like looking
Yeah.
good and delicious. But you're going to want to, some of these things on the foodie guide as well, you can mobile order the
Mhm.
novelty items. So
Yeah.
that is going to be your game plan. As soon as those like mobile order windows open up, if you want
7
some of
a.m.
these novelty items, you're going to want a
Yes.
mobile order to pick up those things. That's going
And
to be
then
the
just
best
yeah, you're gonna
option.
wanna get on at 7 a.m. in the morning and see which ones you can order. And the one just last thing I wanna touch on is, of course, Star Wars night. So Star Wars night will also have some food that's only available for Star Wars night. We're not gonna get into that. And then it's also Jessica and I talked about this in the Disney After Dark for 2025 episode. This is next level. Like anyone can go if you buy the ticket. Remember, it's a separate ticketed event. However, the people that go that are hardcore Star Wars fans are really, really into it. It's really cool to see them dressed up. They go all out and they do things with like they have a meetup by the Millennium Falcon with their lightsabers and so much cool stuff. If you're going, just enjoy it, right? Even if you're not a hardcore Star Wars fan. I haven't looked to see if any nights are still available. It may be completely sold out already, but you can check on the Disneyland site. Remember, all After Dark events, you have to purchase the tickets directly from Disney for Disneyland. So,
And you can dress up
yes,
for
yes,
these. So
yeah,
get all your Jedi robes, get everything that you need, and go all out with the costumes, do all the things, and have a blast.
yeah.
Season of the Force is a great time. I love that they bring it back every year and have really just embraced that, because
Mhm.
people have been celebrating it at Disneyland unofficially for years and years. So it's perfect to have it an official thing that they do. If you want that Death Star bucket, you can mobile order it at Galactic Grill. And if you want that coaxium sipper, it looks like that one does not have a mobile order. But yeah, you can check out all of the things and see which ones are mobile order available. But that Death Star bucket is going to be the hot ticket for sure.
Definitely.
And again, if you are the mega Star Wars fan, let us know, because we want to talk to you. We want to have school us in all the pronunciation and all the fandom things. Give us a crash course.
And we will see you real soon, and may the Force be with you.